Hi, did you know that if you know 3,000 words in the English language, you can pretty much say everything that you need to say? I'm teaching 3,000 words in 3,000 days. I hope you enjoy. Practical, practical, practical. Practical means it's useful, it's in practice, useful, applicative, it can be applied, practical, pragmatic, serviceable. Serviceable. If something is practical, for example, shoes. I like to wear practical shoes. Shoes that let me walk, that don't hurt my feet. They're, most people don't think that practical shoes can be very fashionable. Let's see. I'll show you my practical shoes. These are some of my favorite shoes. They are very practical because they don't hurt my feet. I can wear them all day. I think they look nice too, but they're definitely not the kind of shoe that you would wear if you were going to wear, say, a wedding dress. Because these are very practical shoes. The older we get, the more we like our shoes to be practical. The engineer proposed a practical solution to reduce energy consumption without sacrificing performance. A practical solution is something that is feasible and effective. Practical solution. She opted for a practical outfit, jeans and a sturdy jacket for the hiking trip. That means it's functional and suitable to the purpose. That's the same as my practical shoes. His advice was always practical and straightforward, making it easy for anyone to follow. It's realistic, it's uncomplicated, it's something that we can actually do. It's practical. Learning coding provides practical skills that are highly valued in today's job market. Practical skills. So practical skills means that they are applicable and they are useful for the real world. I spoke with an individual the other day who has a lot of practical skills in business, but now he's studying poetry. He wants to be a poetry professor. Most people don't think poetry is a practical skill. You can't make a lot of money with it. A practical skill is the kind of money that is the kind of skill that you can use to make money. It's practical. While the idea was innovative, it wasn't practical to implement on a large scale due to high costs. Practical to implement means, is it realistic? Can we really do it? The opposite of practical is impractical. If something is impractical, then you probably shouldn't do it. You don't have the resources for it. It's not going to work. But you never know. 300 years ago, people wanted to fly, but it was impractical. And now it's quite practical. Theoretical. Theoretical is the opposite of practical. If So I was looking for a PhD, and I didn't understand the difference between a PhD or a like a doctorate of education or a DD, doctorate of. There are two different doctorates for education, and one of them was theoretical, the other is practical. I am much more practical in the way I think, so I would definitely choose to study the practical, get the practical degree rather than the theoretical degree. The noun is practice, and the verb is practice. So I'll talk about my teaching practice. That's how I do it. It's how I do teaching practice. Practice is a verb. I need to practice this idea. I need to see if it works in the real world. Practical is the adjective, and practically is the adverb. Now, remember I've said in other videos that sometimes when we make a word an adverb, it takes on a totally different connotation. Practically moves us away from this idea of being able to do something, of it being feasible in the real world, to now it means almost. Practically is a synonym of the word almost. I really hope that you enjoyed this word. I hope that you use it 5 times today. Like and subscribe. There are a lot of other videos you can be watching that teach you other of the most common used words. Like and subscribe. I have a bunch of shorts as well, so take a look at those. I'll see you in the next video.